Welcome to IAT channel and please subscribe to get our updates.
Hello, I am Azuka OJ, and recently I have been hearing complaints from people about the mansions Igbo build in their villages, and these people who are complaining are saying these mansions are not necessary, and some even say it is a waste of money for a place you hardly visit. Sorry. You probably visit once in a year, and mainly during festive seasons, Christmas, sometime Easter, but mainly Christmas. In fact, I watched a video at which an intelligent Igbo guy who suckled his mother's breasts probably showed several expensively built mansions in the southeast Alibo and tagged them a waste, and advising people to focus such structures in the city. While I was considering doing like my brothers too, another guy mocked me, saying I'm being too erotic and crude for wanting to first erect a building in the village. He just finished his own mansion in Abuja. You know, I laughed at him because this guy is living in his father's house in the village where there are other sons. They actually have one room each in the 4-bedroom apartment and shares one sitting room. I'm not saying it's bad, but for him who is seeing me as not reasoning forward, not reasoning with, not being in vogue with what is happening by building in the village, okay, you choose between the both of us who is acting, doing the wise thing. Before I even conclude on this, there is this actor, Sam Nabike, is also one of those telling people, Igbos, yes, to stop building luxurious mansions in their villages. And according to him, it is ridiculous that Igbos spend millions of naira on mansions in their hometowns. And he has advised Igbo people to stop the culture of building luxurious mansions valued at millions of naira in their hometowns. Could you imagine that? Nabike gave these advices in series of posts shared on his Insta stories, where he explained that his understanding of the Akudono, wealth that reaches home, in case you don't understand, Akudono. You know, Igbos are fond of Akulueuno, some of our Igbo people. He said his understanding of it, Akudono, is that's the culture Akudono among the Igbos has been misconstrued for lavishness. Oh, he understands it better. He's trying to say he understands it better. So according to him, the Igbos saying is all about selflessly helping one's kinsmen, the needy, and the widows in one's paternal and maternal communities, and not about building multi-million naira mansions in the villages. That's what his concept of AKULUEUNO, and what he still thinks is the right thing, called AKULUEUNO. The actor noted that if anyone is not considering running for public offices, such a person has no business building a luxurious mansion in his village, because it is not expected to do. Really. According to him, in my understanding, Akudono is selflessly giving a helping hand to your kinsmen, helping the needy and the weak in your paternal, maternal communities, providing succor for the widows, and ultimately helping to put your hometown on the map positively. That is his concept of Akudono, putting your hometown on the map. How? Helping the widows. Help is good, off quite all right, but that's his own concept. And he went on to say, the most painful part is the few times you visit your village, you always end up spending millions on the maintenance of such mansions. He said there is a high percentage of mostly Igbo men who haven't built houses in their town where they run their legitimate businesses, but use earnings from the said businesses to service their palatial residents in the village that may end up being insignificant when push comes to shove. Well, whatever building you have, if you're not living on it, you must still maintain it. I don't understand what he's saying. You have to maintain those buildings, whether you build them with millions or not. And there's no house you build these days without spending millions. He went on to say, I am not saying don't build houses in your hometowns or village. And no, that's far from it. Building a moderate home of 4 to 6 bedroom bungalow or duplex where you and your family can always run into when you visit your home. Okay, actually you can build bungalow 4 to 6 bedroom. That's what he's trying to say. You can build duplex. So he went on. He said, if you are looking to run for politics in the nearest future, as a wealthy man, you have no business building a multi-million naira mansion in your hometown, period. That's what he said. Well, let me look at Nnabike's claim. First of all, I want to say that the actor Nnabike and his likes, who believes Akudono is all about helping the needy in your village, is totally wrong. They are wrong, yes. They don't understand the context at all. The much talk about Akudono, or much tontero, Akudono, is about business actually. Taking your business, your investment home, citing your industry in a label, and bringing development to the place. That is the Akudono we are talking about. In the process of bringing these businesses, you create jobs and employments for the people back home. And such areas to open up for investment and businesses. Nnewi is an example. At least you can see the pace at which it is developing. Because the people there are building industries, industrializing it, and more people are coming in, and lands are costly. People are buying and developing. Because of the businesses investment there, that is what is opening it up. Nnewi is no longer a village this time around. Nnewi is a city. I'm not trying to say all our businesses and our investment must be in our villages. Nnewi is not a village, please. No. There are businesses that are suitable for particular locations due to certain factors. For example, you don't need to build those costly hotels, in some of our eastern villages in the southeast, because southeast, we are talking about southeast AKULUEUNO. You don't need to build them simply because only few people can afford to pay for them. So there's no need for them to be there. You can decide to, an Igbo man can build a hotel in Abuja because he rakes the money from Abuja. But when a place is first industrialized, you will begin to see the need for such. And you have to consider that the average standard of living of people of that particular area, that helps you to know the type of, even if you want to build a hotel, the level of hotels you build there. But if you build a hotel in Abuja, you make the money from Abuja. I don't see anything wrong. But there are several investments and businesses that can be operated from our villages. I'm talking about Alibo, and in this context, AKULUEUNO. I had to address the AKULUEUNO factor, though it is not the crux of this discussion. The real argument here is, they said, why should Igbo build expensive and luxurious mansions in the village when most of the time they spend is in the cities? And what do you mean by cities? I know definitely we're talking about Abuja and Lagos, not even Onitsha. Nnabike, the actor, suggested moderate homes of 4 to 6 rooms, that they are enough in the village, they are enough. I want to ask, shouldn't we build luxurious mansions at all, or it should be in Lagos and Abuja that we build those ones? Because they are talking about building them in the city. The context of the city, they are trying to tell us we shouldn't build them in our villages, we should build them in Lagos. And considering the security situation of Nigeria and how things are, buildings of such sizes are considered as what would soon give way. If you are talking about 1 and 4 bedrooms, these are not worthwhile buildings. I would even advise people to start building high-rise structures so as to contain us. You can imagine a place where, due to time, children has nothing like lands to inherit from parents. I'm talking about Alibo. To solve such problem, we should erect massive structures, even structures which our children will later come to inherit. So I'm advising people, it's not just to build mansions in the East. Build high structures, buildings of high structure, because we have no much land. We have little space in the Southeast. But if we plan well, we can make use of our space. So I'm even advising people, erect massive structures. And I'm not talking about mansions that you see somebody has a mansion, it has only 2 rooms. Mansion. No, I'm talking about buildings with several rooms, several of them. I don't think anything is wrong. If you have the money, and these guys who are saying East Igbos should not build luxurious mansion in the East, those who build luxurious mansions can afford it. They can afford it, including the maintenance. So whatever you build, you must maintain. Even if it's your 4 to 6 bedroom like you claim, you have to maintain them. Any building that nobody is living in, that people goes into once in a while, it has to be maintained, or else it will have problems. And you're even talking about they should build duplex. Yes, nice, 4 to 6 bedroom. Let me tell you, even the duplex you mentioned, they cost multi-millions. There is no house you build these days, you are talking about duplex, that you are not spending up to 20 million naira. Tell me, unless you are managing. So what are they saying? What is this guy saying? And those who are saying we shouldn't invest in the East. Should we build for other people in other places that later we may not have access to in a matter of time? Listen, I have seen buildings in the East inherited from grandfathers. Tall high-rise buildings. Go to Onisha, you see many of them. The children are still enjoying. The grandchildren are enjoying. There are some in Nnewi. So, my question again, are these guys who are against we building luxurious mansion in the East, are they trying to say, don't build them in the East, build them in our villages? Because I think the cities, what they consider a city in this context is Lagos, Abuja. Okay, is that where we should build them? And probably, if there is a problem, we lose them. I would rather have it in my place, and I'll keep maintaining, than to lose it totally by having it in Abuja or Port Harcourt or Lagos. What are you telling me? Anyone who builds a luxurious mansion, he has the money to maintain that mansion. It doesn't matter where he gets the money, but he has the money. Everyone is building based on what they can afford to. People who set out to build mansions or duplex, whatever you call it, bungalow, everyone who set out to do something knows what he can do, the level to which he can. So all these things are baseless, telling people not to build luxurious mansion. Whatever they want, they should build. In a matter of time, I'm even advising more people to, based on the AKULUEUNO concept, industrialization, you will see the value of those things you build. Okay, you don't stay in the village, you shouldn't build heavy material. Okay, you build it in Lagos where you stay. That is not making sense. Anyway, viewers, I would like you to add your contributions. We seem not to know it all. Add your contributions to this. Tell us what you think. A suggestion will help us build in the future. Please subscribe to this channel if you haven't. Also click on the bell icon to get our updates anytime it drops. I am Azoka OJ. Bye for now.